welcome to my channel. Have you ever wanted to make matching t-shirts to go to Disney? How about some tie-dye ones? That's what we're making today. So if you're interested in that, let me show you how I did it. Here are the materials that you'll need. You'll need rubber bands, dental floss, don't ask, I'll explain it in a minute, some basting needles. I'm using a Mickey Mouse cookie cutter, but you can also use a template that you can print off the internet. So that is what we're going to trace around. Then you're also going to need some dye. I am using some Tulip brand, which I bought at Michael's Crafts. So the first step, you're going to place the Mickey silhouette onto your t-shirt. And then you're going to trace around it in pencil or washable marker. There's your Mickey silhouette. So I cut a piece of the dental floss and threaded it through the basting needle. And then going through one layer of the t-shirt, I make small stitches with the basting needle, outlining the area that I have marked in pencil. So you just pick some up, come through the other side. Just continue like this until you've outlined all of Mickey. Now it's very important that you use a 100% cotton t-shirt. If you use one that is made out of polyester or nylon, it will not absorb the dye. Because cotton is a natural fabric, it readily absorbs the dye. Okay, so here you can see I have outlined the Mickey silhouette. And then what I'm going to do is pull one end and allow it to pucker and lift up the Mickey silhouette. So I pull it very tight, pull up the ears, pull up the face, and then pull it really tight. And there is the Mickey silhouette. Now I take elastics and I just band it around. Very tight, because we don't want the color to go on to the next color. So that is going to be the Mickey head right there. So now that you've banded it really well, you can just snip off the extra dental floss. Okay, for this one I'm going to be doing a spiral pattern. So now I'm going to start to spiral the fabric by twisting it. Allowing the fabric to fold and spiral in a circular design, keeping the Mickey head up out of the way because you're going to be coloring that a different color so it stands out. Now I'm going to band it in place with rubber bands. Okay, so there you have it, the Mickey head right here, and then you've got your circular bands. And it's you can think of it almost like a pie, and those are like slices of pie. And then on the other side, you also have it the same way. I'm just going to adjust some of the rubber bands so I can see them better. Okay, now that we've arranged the bands, we're ready to put on the dye. You definitely want to have plastic gloves on. This stains your hand. Make sure that your surface is covered in plastic because it will definitely stain. Okay, I'm going to start by saturating the Mickey head, and I'm going to make that black. So I split the pie up into different colors, alternating yellows, pink, red, blue, and green, leaving the Mickey head black. Now I'm going to insert it into a plastic bag or wrap it in saran wrap for 6 to 8 hours according to the directions. These are the ones that I did earlier. So I'm going to take the elastics off. This is an Old Navy shirt that had a stain on it. So rather than have a white shirt with a stain, I just swirled it, banded it, and put the color on. So this one is not a Mickey one. This is just showing you what you can do with a white shirt that has a stain. Now for this one, I put the Mickey at the end. So this is my Mickey, and then I banded it all the way down and did alternating colors. And at the end I just did a whole bunch of colors. I just dabbed it in the extra ink as I had it. Just going to clip the elastic, being really careful not to cut into the fabric. Here's the unveiling of this one. And here's the Mickey. Just going to snip the dental floss. And here's the Mickey. And then this one, I put one Mickey head down at the bottom and one Mickey head, actually I can't remember where I did it. So let's undo it and see where they are. So there is the Mickey on the back of the shirt. Just gonna pull the thread. Yeah, there's the Mickey on the back, and then I also on this one made a Mickey over on the side. But I do love the back. I think the back turned out great. We made quite a few this morning. This is a great project with kids. They really think it's fun. Here's our next one with the green Mickey and the blue and red. Really fun, really cute. And this one has a black Mickey silhouette. Okay, so this one's had 8 hours to set up. So now I'm gonna unveil it. Now I'm going to rinse it in cold water, and then I'm going to wash it in the washing machine by itself on cold. And then I'll show you what they all look like. And you can let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. This is number 1. Here's number 2. Here's number 3. And this is the one that has the Mickey on the front and the back. Number 4. And this is the last one, number 5, which I haven't washed yet. This is the one that I just unveiled for you. And that's number 5. Here are the 5 Mickey tees that we've done. One other tip that I could give you is you could take your template and put it over it at the end, and then you could take some dye and put it in a little cup, and then you could dab it in here if you wanted to make the silhouette a little more crisp. Just make sure that you put plastic between the top layer and the bottom layer. And again, like with this one, same thing, you could just go ahead and dab it. You could also take bleach and dab that. On this one, that's what I did. I went back over it with bleach and I went around the edges of the silhouette and just dabbed it, and then it made a faded mark around the outside. Let me show you. So you can experiment with that too. If you want to make the silhouette just a little more crisp or outline it, you can use bleach or you can use the dye. And then wash them individually before you do them with other laundry so the colors don't bleed. This particular shirt I had that no one was wearing in my home, but these other Gildan shirts I got at Michael's Crafts. They were only $3 each. So I think this was a really fun project. This was the first time I've made the Mickey silhouettes, so I wanted to experiment with different ones and different tie-dye looks. But if you wanted to make matching ones, you could just do a big batch and make them all pretty close. But personally, I think this one is my favorite. This is the one I'm most excited about. I'm really happy with the way they came out, and I hope this inspired you to make your own Mickey shirts. And I plan on making more tie-dye shirts in the near future. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and feel free to subscribe because I'll be making more tie-dye shirts in the next couple weeks. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye!